we've got to order some eBay branded packing supplies to use up our coupon. Since we've got more than one store, we get more than one coupon. And I tell you, frankly, I'd probably never buy eBay branded shipping supplies if it weren't for that coupon. And you get that along with your subscription. When you get an eBay store subscription, you get a coupon to get some shipping supplies. So it's got the eBay brand all over it. You'd think eBay would be trying to get those to us at the best possible price. But they've set up the price so that your coupon, it doesn't go very far. So I use it, like I say, poly mailers, bubble mailers, and the 2 small box sizes. Occasionally, if I've got enough backed up on those, I'll buy some of the medium boxes like the 8x8s. Or, well, I'll show you when I go down there. It's easier to show you standing in front of the rack. And then we'll log in and I'll show you how this coupon works if you've never used it. If you're hovering on the point of, should I get an eBay store instead of paying per listing to get my items shown on eBay, this is one of the things you need to consider. Some people will do the math, and for most beginners or most people who are casual sellers, about the time they get to 200, 250 active listings, what they're paying in pennies per listing translates to keeping those listings alive every month and adding new ones as the existing ones sell. So if you're hovering around that 250, 300 range, do the math, and you may find that you can save enough with the coupon and the free listings in order to justify opening a store. And certain perks come with opening the store. Though I've always found it odd that eBay makes it a little difficult for buyers to get to your store. They're on the front page there, you can see where it says other items offered by the seller, but it's not a big neon blinking light. So it's kind of like a missed opportunity in my mind. Finish my water, we'll go down to the shop. Today's Saturday, so I'm not going to pack today. I have a couple solds, but they can roll over. I'll pack them tomorrow with any overnight sales. Well, let's go down and take a look. We're down by the packing bench. I'm going to take a look at my shelves full of ready stock for packing materials and decide what to order today from the eBay branded store. For instance, these are the large poly mailers. They come in bags like this. Oh, this one's a combo pack, so this one's actually going to have several different sizes. But if we come over here, don't get dizzy, you can see here's my 2 smallest sizes of box, and I'll take a look on the shelves up in the overhead behind me, and I'll refill these first, take a look at what the count is there. Here's some of the bubbles. Here's the medium bubble I use. Here's the small bubble I use. Here's the larger bubble I use. Poly bags are down here in a drawer. You can see I've got a whole drawer full of these, so I definitely don't need any more polys right now. And as we come around the corner, here's my ready stock of flat rate bubble mailers. Here's some more of those eBay boxes I was talking about. I don't use them as often, but here's some 10x8x6s. Here's some 8x8x8s. Here's some 12x6x6s. And I keep them here handy, ready to go, right near my packing bench. You can see there's the last go round of Rose sorting out bubble envelopes, the clear ones for me. And if we were to look up top here, I did some footage of this the other day. Maybe I'll incorporate it. But here's some of the boxes. Those are the small boxes we get from Rose's Buddy. Here's eBay boxes of boxes, and there's some extra bubbles. And up in the loft over to my left is some more. Over on this side, here's what's left of my priority boxes, which we really don't use much anymore. And then shipping tubes and long flat boxes for things like golf club. So we come over here you can see a stack of white foam. So here and there around, I've got packing supplies. But we'll take a look at what I need and what I'm going to order. Once you're at your account homepage, you come down here to my eBay, you go to selling, and here you'll see under the marketing tab, subscriber discounts. And it'll pop up and it'll show you something like this. eBay shipping supplies. We open it up. Here's a code. Now, it doesn't matter to me if you see the code or not, because I'm going to use it right now, and these are one-time use codes. All right, so it says start shopping, and it will take you to the eBay branded shipping supply store. I don't know just how this is affiliated with eBay. I suspect eBay owns it probably. But you take a look here, and you can get your eBay colored tape, which I still have a case of it around, so I'm not buying any of that today, but I use it to obscure the markings on used boxes. Here's bubble mailers. Now, I do use this size, and I use it quite often, so it's a consideration. 8x6x4 boxes, one of my most common. It's what I like for hats. All right, as we come down here, I don't buy the craft paper mailers because I don't think they hold up as well to moisture. And then here are some of the other size boxes. Here's what they call the 6x4 3/4. Most people just call it a 6x5. And you'll notice it shows a price range here, because as you go into these, and this is one that I will be buying today, so let's have a look. You can see that it lets you select the number of boxes, and they've sold 114,430 of these. You can buy 25 boxes, you can buy 50 boxes, you can buy 100 boxes. And as you look at this, you'll see that 25 boxes is $28, or just about $1 a box. You can find those much, much cheaper at other companies, even eBay, if you don't buy the branded one. So $28.95, that's $1 a box. You jump up to here, instead of being $56 or $57, it's now dropped to $44. So now it's under $1 a box. All right, 100 boxes, even better. But with the store size I have, I'm given a $50 off coupon. So I would have to pony up the $19.15 plus tax. They don't let you use your coupon for the tax. So for instance, if I were to say 50, you'll notice this comes out to $44.85. So I'm $5 under what my coupon would discount. I lose that $5. So it's like they've priced this to convince you to go up and spend some money out of your own pocket as long as you're doing it. And that's typically what I do. I will go up to the 100. I'll pay $70 for 100. That drops me to about, I don't have my calculator handy, but about 75 cents a box. Let's actually check that out. And you guys are probably laughing. I was so focused on filming, I forgot that all I really had to do was move the decimal point on here in my head. So you're paying 69 cents, just call it 70 cents a box plus tax, if you buy 100 and you pony up on top of your coupon. Now, if you take a look at the other end of the spectrum and you only buy 25 boxes and you pay that $28.95, you're paying $1.16 plus tax. So you can see buying in larger quantities is a better deal, but you are going to have to kick in some of your own money. Now, after that, it works like any other purchase you make on eBay. You're going to go to this page. It's going to give you an order summary. You'll notice it shows the full amount. When you come over here, this is where you add your coupon. Now, it used to be you had to copy that coupon and bring it in here. Now, your coupon shows up right here, and all you have to do is click on it. They finally made it a little easier to use, and it's lowered the price to $25.10. So that's $69.15 for the 100 boxes, free shipping, $5.95, almost $6 in tax, your credit for the coupon, and you're left for about $25.10. You're paying about 25 cents a box, which is about what those boxes are worth. Like I say, I think the eBay branded supplies are overpriced. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and confirm and pay, and then go on to use the coupon for my other store. And here you can see the order's been placed. It says I should have it by the 10th. Today's the 5th, so 5 days from now I should have those shipping supplies. Okay, with the other coupon, I'm going to go ahead and order the hat box size 8x6x4s. I'll get 50 of them for $48. The coupon's $50. So you can see, though, that I still have to pay the tax. So even though I'm $1.50, or what is that, $1.16 under my coupon value, I'm still having to pay the tax. So I only ordered 50 of the larger size box because I just don't use them as often. So rather than invest $50 of my own, if I came up short this quarter, I would simply go out and find a source like Uline or Walmart or one of those and have them ship generic boxes to me. Because nobody says you have to use eBay branded shipping supplies. I'm just trying to take advantage of that coupon. But as long as we're here looking, let's see what else they're offering these days. Here's your poly jacket mailers. Here's some larger boxes, 12 by 6 by 6. I occasionally order those. 16 by 12 by 8. You really start to pay when you get to the larger eBay branded boxes. Here's some colorful tape. Let's have a look at what they're getting for that. 12 rolls, $34. That's almost $3 a roll. Tape is a great topic all on its own because when you're doing your comparisons, make sure that you're comparing the width and the actual mill thickness, the thickness of the tape itself, because how many yards plus the thickness plus the width is going to determine what you pay. So is $3 a roll plus tax good? It depends on the tape, and you'd have to go down to the item specifics and do some comparing to other tape that's available. Here you can see it right here. Moisture resistant, 2-inch wide, 2.2 mil thick. So if you want to find out what generic 2-inch wide, 2.2 mil thick is, that's your spec you'd want to compare to. So if you came back up here and you looked around, you'd see somebody selling 36 rolls cheaper than eBay selling 12 rolls. But this is thinner. So you see it says 1.18 mil. It's also 55 yards long. Let's see what eBay says their length is. 75 yards. So this roll is half again longer. So is it still worth it? Yeah, you'd want to do the math. I get my tape wherever I can find a reasonable quality tape for a reasonable price. I used to buy this brown type tape before eBay started creating, and this is what I would use to opaque the boxes when I wanted to blank out labels or brands or something. So now I use the eBay tape. Tissue paper. I see it as a waste, but some people, especially clothing sellers, like to fold the clothing in it. Thank you cards. You can probably get them a lot cheaper elsewhere. These are the type of packages that are used. These are little cardboard envelopes. And this is what's commonly ordered for the eBay standard envelope. This is the size I happen to order, 6 by 8. And remember, you've got some limits if you use these as eBay standard envelope. They've got to be less than 3 ounces, and that includes the envelope. The item itself has to be less than $20, and it can't be so stiff that the post office can't flex it. But those are some of the rules. Now, they've actually cut back considerably on the number of things the eBay store is offering. It's like they cut out all the ones that weren't really doing well. Now here's a nice flat packed fold up box, but it folds up so small, 4 by 4 by 4, it's hard to get a label on it. But if you have your coupon, these are some of the things you can use to expend it.